Welcome to Ritual Scale Modelling. This is part 2 of Wingnuts Sopwith Camel F1. Scale is 132. The first part was the introduction to the kit. This part I'm solely going to be dealing with the instrument panel. There's one or two little processes involved in that, so hence why there's just one video just on the instrument panel. So let's jump into this and see how well I get on. So I'm going to begin with painting most things on the sprue. So I'm using Tamiya's XF68 Native Brown, and this is going to be the base colour for the control panel. My next colour is Tamiya's XF16 Flat Aluminium, and these are all the bare metal parts and things I'll be painting in this colour, like canisters and so forth. The control stick is also getting painted in FX16 flat aluminium, and it's back to XF68 NATO brown for the struts. These are the struts that hold up the wings. Now, there's a process to make them look like wood, which I'll go into later on. But you should know at this stage as well that later on, while building the cockpit, I decided to change the colour, but I'll get into that later on. So now I'm using my own mixed paint here, and it's Revel Aquila 91 Steel 10% and Revel Aquila 07 Black 90%, and it just makes up a sort of metallic-y black, which is good for any metal parts that you want to paint. And it's just the little control levers and things like that I'm painting with this colour. But again, I go back and change that colour because I wasn't happy with it. Next I'm using Lifecolor LPW19 Wooden Deck Shadower. Now what this does is changes it's a wash in essence, and it changes your paint surface into a woody grainy type effect. The lighter colours it works better on. It's one of the reasons why I decided to change the colour, but I didn't change the colour of the instrument panel because I actually liked the effect. So I'm just applying this wash. It can be directly applied to the paint, there's no need to varnish it for this particular wash, but feel free to varnish it if you want to. Next I'm using Tamiya's XF78 Wood Deck Tan, and this is for the foot pedals. Then it's on to Revel Aquila 92 Brass, and these are for some connecting pipes as well as one or two small little dials. And then it's Tamiya's XF2 White, flat white, and it's just a little part here that needs to be painted this colour. Next is Tamiya's X18 Semi-Gloss Black, and these are for the outer rims of the dials. Returning once more to Lifecolor LPW19 Wood Deck Shadow, and this is repainting the wash over the foot panels, pedals, so you can see the colour changing there to have that wooden grainy effect. To assembly now, and there's just a little part that's got to go on here. It's quite small, and it goes in between those two dials. And once that was on, I was able to start putting on the instrument panel decals. Now there was a few of these, one each for the dials, and a couple of plaques and things like that to go on it. They are very small, the camera won't pick them up all that well, but I like to look at them once they were on. So I'm just making sure everything's in place now. But they went on okay. If I can just tip it up a little bit, you might just be able to catch it on the camera. I'll just turn it around a little bit so you can see it. So that's the main instrument panel there. And now for the next part of the assembly, this is the backing part of the instrument panel. There's a couple of processes involved. First of all, this main back plate gets put onto the bulkhead, and then there's this crossbar goes onto the instrument panel inside. But first of all, I have to place the instrument panel on. But before I do that, there's a little square part of the instrument panel has to be cut off. I would imagine it depends on which version you're doing, but on this particular version it has to come off. It's only a little square tiny part, and this is in order for the guns to sit into position. I can then actually fit the instrument panel. Now this was a little bit tricky to fit. There is location points for it, but it didn't sit 100% square. In the end, I actually took the location pins off and ignored the location points for it to fit. And once I'd done that, it was easy enough just to line it up. Then once I was happy with it, it was time to put on the little crossbar, and that just sits underneath the instrument panel. And as in fitting this is where I'll end the video. So there's quite a lot of work involved in this. There's going to be quite a lot of work involved in the whole kit, I think. So if you haven't done so already, why don't you check out the channel for my other builds? If you subscribe to the channel, hit that little notification bell, and you'll be updated with this build and all my upcoming builds. Hit that like button, leave a comment, and don't forget to share the video. But for now, thank you all very much for watching. Bye bye.